Hey guys, welcome to creatingtracks.com, and this is what we're going to do today. Cool, lots of interesting stuff happening over here. And let's take a screenshot of these MIDI notes and write into Serum. So initialize preset, oscillator A, we're gonna grab an analog BD sine. And the first thing you wanna do is take this WT position all the way up. And we're gonna grab the bend plus minus warp and bring that to about 40 to 50%. And then oscillator B, we're gonna grab an analog BS to acid. And let's bring the WT position to anywhere below 10 but over 1. You don't want it to be too much like this, and you don't want it to be 1, and you want it to be anywhere, somewhere like that. And let's check this out. All right, so the next thing we can do is go into our envelope 1, and we're going to click on this top right point, and let's bring this down to about... Or let's bring the decay down to 1.15, bring down the sustain a little bit, and let's increase the release to somewhere close to 400. Very, very cool. So let's go ahead, turn on the filter, and then turn on oscillator B for the filter. And now I'm going to mess with this cutoff, so check it out. And then increase the drive and fat a little bit. So now we can go into the envelope 1, click and drag that to our cutoff, and then we can change this, this value right here. Okay, so a really cool tip is that you can alt-click your knobs that have these parameters or modulators on it instead of clicking on this little icon. Alt-clicking moves the value, so you can do that. You know, I just gave you a tip. What are you gonna do? Huh? Okay, so now we can go into our effects tab. Let's grab a compressor, turn on the multi-band, and I'm gonna increase the gain a bit. And then let's start messing with this stuff. So bring down the threshold a bit. All right, so that red thing you saw on the right is really bad. Don't ever go in the red zone. Anywhere you see red, just turn things down. You don't want to see red. Red is bad. So I basically just brought the threshold down a bit, and let's take the hyperdimension, place it after the compressor, and I'm going to bring down my mixes because I just want to use this as a very subtle effect. So check it out. So again, that's a very, very subtle effect and not trying to do too much. Let's grab a delay, ping pong, left speaker 1/16, right speaker 1/8, and mess with the mix a bit. Check it out. And the last thing I want to do is add a reverb, plate reverb, and let's tweak a few settings, bring up the spin depth a bit, and maybe bring down the decay. Okay, so now we can go into our macros and start placing them around. So let's grab the first macro, and I'm going to place that on the pitch of oscillator A, and click and drag this down till you see number 10 on this value. So to about 10. And we'll do the same thing with the second one, place it on pitch B, and bring it to about 10. Then every time you move your macro over half the value, or 50%, it's going to take that oscillator up an octave. So check it out. So that was for oscillator B, and this is for oscillator A. Okay, and then the third macro, we can grab that, put that on our cutoff, bring down the knob and bring that value all the way up. And then we can move our macro to where that knob was earlier. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and definitely stay tuned for more until next week. Peace.